Do that because I never wanted to play one-on-one with a smaller guy. I felt I could shoot over him. But Grant Long, the kid that was going to play one-on-one in the post.
But that's the thing, I think, too, back in the day.
We always had the tapes on before the game, and I would talk to one of the coaches, okay, this is how that team doubled me last time.
They attack off the dribble. Kawhi obviously does it, but Siakam, there were some times when you switch, you have maybe he got into the paint and attacked those switches, and so, you know, can Siakam do that again? Can he be effective in that situation? You know, it's a long night for Golden State.
I would make Marc Gasol post up against smaller guys.
Well, he does it. The piggyback on Grant's point, he's 100% correct. This team.
Someone you both know, obviously, Smitty, you know very well, Joe Dumars. One of the great players of all time, one of the great shooters of all time. Joe never came out and shot before the game.
Longer. And you're like, man, I'll be tired as hell, because I would not want to go in the locker room and grab something to eat. So that would be my biggest concern.
Chuck, and my question is, you said you thought...
Shock might not be the right word. This dude is great.
Great. Chuck, you've been around a long time. Have you seen anybody's offense go to this level this quick?
This point, or does it have to be game action?
Well, you know, game action, when you guard Kawhi, it's going to really challenge you.
I mean, it's different than out here shooting on your own, right?
No, it is, but at least he's out here.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Good news for Warriors fans. You see Iguodala moving.
I'm really blown away.
I'm telling you, man, I'm slim up here, brother. I'm almost anorexic up here in Canada, America. I'm never leaving this place.
You're going to need to learn the metric system.
So,
let me give you the answer.
I'm going to say 12 feet. 12 kilograms.
The answer is in meters.
Oh, in meters. 12 meters.
Listen, meters. Boy, you didn't listen.
Okay, I'm sorry. 12. Well, I get meters. I get 7 dumb teams that shoot more threes than that team. That should tell you something right there. Why in the world, if you got 3 of the greatest shooters who ever lived on one team, why would 7 teams shoot more than them? That's asinine.
We've got more for each other.
We got 7 teams shooting more threes. You got 3 of the greatest shooters ever lived, and you got 3 dumb. It's the lowest number of attempts. I will go out on a limb and I don't even know that. Like 25.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I've got the numbers in front of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But to your point, Chuck, you have 3 of the best shooters in the game on Golden State.
Yes,
Klay Thompson, lock it in.
I think that's one of the secrets to the world's success. I think they got people thinking they shoot on.
The interesting thing is because we've seen him a number of times hit those type of shots, and you know, I think of Oklahoma City when he's pulling up just at, inside the half-court line. You almost
some of those weird layups remind me of your old teammate Steve Nash.
Basket, but also for it's a teaching moment. He's working on weird layups. He's one of the best finishers at the rim.
Yep.
And great point, because he has done that at times where people get so up on him, they respect his jump shot. When I think at Houston, when they switch aggressively.
Abdominal.
They're gonna never tell your muscles.
I never gonna tell you working. Listen, I never have to worry about my core.
So he's one of the best. And once again on this team.
This is why I have a huge advantage.
Remember when Shaquille had that abdominal injury?
Yes. They brought him here to work with Kawhi. But look at this stuff these guys are doing with these ropes between half court. I mean, it's unbelievable what they're doing with these ropes. I wish you guys would put one of the NBA TV cameras, get them off step on
Danny Green right now. Danny Green.
And Marc Gasol. That's Alex right there. But this, I have no idea with guarding Siakam or Kawhi. They take your full undivided attention.
And he basically announced on Friday that Siakam is his assignment from here on.
Does he have his hands full with Kawhi and Siakam? It's going to take away, like,
well, that's what I said. Just to Chuck's point, I said let him guard Marc Gasol because they use so much energy with Kawhi, and you need him. He's there for some all great players like Chuck and Grant. Their responsibility to get other guys some easy shots. I think Steph and Klay, they don't do that. They're not natural point guards. So Draymond's the guy's going to get some other guys some easy shots.
So they brought him here to work with Kawhi. Kawhi and Siakam is going to take away.
They have a chance. And I think he's more than capable of doing so.
But Grant, let me ask you a question.
Needs to be Klay Thompson, but somebody else, I believe, needs to step up. And I actually think it could be Draymond Green. I'm not saying Draymond's a scorer and he's going to come out and put big numbers up. But Draymond can have an impact on the game. He did that in the last series against Portland. Toronto's a different team. Not that he can dominate that way. But
franchise record for consecutive postseason games with 30 points or more, held by Wilt Chamberlain and Rick Barry. A couple of guys who could fill it up a little bit. His last 6, he's averaged 35.5 points a game, 46% from the field, 42 from three-point range.
Leave it and stop effing around. Get your game right.
Shaq, before you came over, I was saying that
kudos to him for, you know, not being selfish and saying, hey, look, I'm playing with another great player, get him the ball on the ice. Because at the end
being put out there.
One, that would upset me, but two, I would tell my guys to take advantage of it. Now, you know, the others are not playing well, so, you know, this is the point in the season that you can't jump on. So if I'm Kawhi, I come in and say, hey, take it personal that they're not sticking your Danny Green in the corner. First 5 times I go to the hole, I'm coming to you, Danny. Make me look good. So yeah.
And we're going to get this. This is why it's difficult to win an NBA championship. It's not our fault that we're in better shape and then get hurt.
So I used to always tell him, just leave it. And then, you know, he went on and played with the Spurs, like I'd go down there and see him, and I always tell him.
Until KD got hurt.
And if you know anything about boxing, the 1-2 punch, you get knocked out with either hand. So, you know, Steph is
talented. When he's been given more responsibility, you go, man, he actually looks better individually than when they have everyone there. And that's the thing. It was so easy for Golden State, and that's why I thought they possibly could lose. In the
he was. And then secondly, the system. He's not a system player, I'm not saying that, but it makes you remember how much he moved within the system. I mean, it makes you remember how much Draymond moved to his normal point. I don't know if he's a better mid-range shooter than, say, KD or Townsend. So it made me realize how good KD was.
Well, I'll start with you. How much did Steph reinforce to everyone how he played in the rest of that game and the next one to win the series, and then has played?
He pulls up a crazy three-pointer in the corner 7 out of 10 times, and he makes it. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not saying I would put my money on if he's not open in his shot. He has to move it. He just has to know his game. And his game is, I'm open, I'm not going. You're in the NBA Finals, and you have to be aggressive. So, in terms of option one, is
Curry with Clay's not in the game, make him get off the ball. And then, you know, make him get off the ball and rotate. Because you're in that zone, you don't know where people at. People could duck in, people could, you know, slide behind you.
And he may not be in the game at all. And Webb, can you take me through Draymond? Because I thought it was interesting yesterday, we're doing the media bill, and he very confidently said, I look forward to dicing it up and facilitate the way he can. That really you're not normally afraid of, where you feel like you can box and one against Steph, but Draymond.
Should there be 4 sheets of LSD in each room? I need more box. Like being some white boy's boy.
KD, okay? That kind of resurrected, okay?
And he puts on that workout. Now the people are feeling, not only will he come back for game 5, but will he come back at all? Which allows me to believe if they were not facing elimination, he probably would not be coming back. So it's a welcome sight for the Golden State Warriors. It's a welcome sight for us because we get a chance to see KD closing out. Is Siakam going to be aggressive with the ball? Our role players going to come out and be aggressive? I like their defense. They can switch a lot of stuff. They're a very versatile defensive team. Kawhi into the game and really competing. But these guys, and to me, the Raptors, they've got to be better. A lot of these pieces have got to be good.
The defense of the Warriors make those shots